you, Madam Chair, and thank you for hosting today's hearing. To our witnesses, thank you. I am particularly glad to see some folks from back home, Charlie Shaw from Wells and Bill Rogers from Truist, and Brian Monahan from Bank of America. Thank you all for being here, and everyone else as well. But I do want to get right to it, and I'd like to ask you to keep your remarks around 30 seconds so we can hear from everyone. And this question is to each of the witnesses. As you all may know, I am founder and co-chair of the bipartisan HBCU caucus, and through the caucus and through the CBC, we've helped secure historic wins for historically Black colleges and universities. So I'm grateful that several of you here today have taken our partnership challenge. Some of you, like Truist, Wells Fargo, have endorsed our signature legislation, the Ignite HBCU Excellence Act. Thank you for doing that. This, by the way, is HBCU Week, and the White House initiative is pushing that as well. But my question is, I want to know directly, and please be detailed as much as you can, what is your long-term plan to engage with, to support, and to recruit from HBCUs, and how are you evaluating the effectiveness of your external recruiting efforts and internal pipeline programs? So, Mr. Sharp, let's start with you.
Sure. Thank you, Congresswoman, and thank you for your leadership in this area. It's extraordinarily important work, and we're proud to be a part of a lot of your leadership efforts. The HBCUs for us are just an incredibly important relationship, and it's multifold. From the things that we do to support the HBCUs to the things that we get out of the HBCUs, including just the broad-based talent in locations across the country. And we've just had outstanding experience with some of just our incredibly senior folks across the company who are products of the HBCU system. And so ultimately what we will look at is, the success factor that we have in keeping the folks that we bring on from the HBCUs, and ultimately the level of seniority and the scope of the roles that they carry inside our company.
Okay, let me move on, Mr. Rogers, sir, and want to really keep it to 30 seconds if we can, okay?
Great, again,
thank you.
Again, thank you for your great leadership in this area as well. And similarly, we're investing, and we've invested as much as $20 million recently in HBCUs in terms of direct investment, but also in the important work that we do in hiring HBCU graduates, and we committed to increase our hiring of HBCU graduates, and then working on using the resources that we have in our company. And as you have participated in our Leadership Institute, using it to help educate and provide leadership training in the HBCU community, and then things like the Tech Summit, which we've supported together. So using our own resources and working in partnership with the HBCUs, I think, is what's important.
Mr. Diamond, are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I've been going to HBCUs for 30 years. We hire 100 kids a year now. We just recruited 4. We now recruited 20. We help finance them. We help grow them, and we hire a lot of their kids. I would tell anyone, if you want, the talent is unbelievable. I've been to many of them. I've been to 6 or 7 now. Extraordinary talent, and my advice to anyone who's looking for, young Black kids who want to be successful, go to an HBCU if you think you can't find any.
Well, that's where you can find them. Mr. Frazier?
Thank you very much for the question. I think, like our other colleagues around the table or on the panel today, we're very proud to be working with the HBCUs. Our CFO at Citi is the vice chair at Howard and puts tremendous passion into making sure that we have a broad set of programs to bring in and recruit and grow and develop the talent that we bring in from the HBCUs. And I think similar to what you've heard today, it's wonderful talent. And we're proud to give opportunities in our company to the benefit of the company as much as the individuals.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Monahan, we've got just a few more seconds.
Sure. I think along with the hiring that we have continued to increase across time, along with the fiscal support of contributions to the HBCUs, endowments, and budgets for helping build them out, which is $25 million over the last few years. On top of that, the other thing we've done is created an entrepreneurial center in Atlanta between the two HBCUs, Spelman and Morehouse, which is to get them to work together is kind of interesting, but we were able to create an entrepreneurial center that is going to be quite
Sir.
successful.
I apologize, I'm out of time, and we'll be watching, Madam Chair. I yield back.